Hello Curious and welcome back. In recent years, there has been a lot of talk about Bruce Willis and the type of movies that he has starred in. Once the highest paid actor in Hollywood, the die-hard star now has his own category in the annual Golden Raspberry Awards. In other words, people have noted that the most of his recent movies have been, simply saying, questionable and bad compared to his acting in the past, and the majority of them have been straight to DVD releases. Over the past years, people had called Willis a greedy and lazy actor and claimed that he uses an earpiece for his lines as he does not want to learn them. But what if there is a reason for this and not a good one? According to the film director Matt Eskandari, this is all due to the fact that the 66-year-old actor is in the early stages of dementia. What do we know about the actor's condition? What does this mean for his career? And should the Razzies cancel the actor's own category in light of the news? Stay with us until the very end to find out all the latest news with regards to the star, but before we continue, don't forget to hit the notification and subscription buttons so you are always up to date with the hottest gossip. It was in 2013 when Rocky star Sylvester Stallone had commented on his fellow actor and described Bruce as greedy and lazy, also adding that this was a sure formula for career failure. What was all that about? It all had to do with the movie Expendables 3, and for Willis to reprise his role from the second installment. The actor who was offered $3 million for the 3 days of work, but according to Stallone, his colleague had asked for $1 million more, which prompted Sylvester's reaction and for many to think that he was now in it for the money. Willis, who had started his career in film in the 80s, is known predominantly for action movies, with the biggest one being Die Hard. According to reports, already in the 2000s, the man was getting tired of having critics against him and the public being on his side only when he was playing underdogs in action movies. Many noted that he had tried to shed the idea of being strictly an action star when in 2015 he returned to the theatre stage and performed in an adaptation of Stephen King's Misery, though even there, critics had shot down his performance, calling it inert and empty. Since then, fans had noted that the actor had been mainly starring in many straight-to-DVD movies, and according to them, he had problems with finding work in high-profile productions. As an example, some pointed out the fact that Willis was fired from his role in Woody Allen's film Cafe Society, though at the time it was reported that this was due to scheduling conflicts with his Broadway appearance. When the movie Glass was still in production, rumours started going around that the actor was having difficulties with work on set and was using an in-ear piece to have his lines read to him, as he didn't learn them. And so, since that moment, according to fans and critics alike, the actor simply started acting in bad B movies. According to IMDb, the former A-lister is starring in no fewer than 11 virtually unknown releases in 2022 alone, including such titles as Fortress 3, Paradise City, and Gasoline Alley, to name a few. As a result of such career changes on the actor's part, many rumours had started going around. One of them was that the star, who has an estimated net worth of $250 million, is going through some financial trouble. This would have left him with little choice but to accept such roles, as the B-movie industry represents quick cash, as Hollywood productions that would pay considerably more could take years to be put together. Some had suggested that the actors such as Nicolas Cage and Robert De Niro had also made similar career moves in the past. And while the reason for picking such roles in the case of Willis wasn't known, it did not stop people from poking fun at it, even award shows. Now, in its 42nd year, the Golden Raspberry Awards, or Razzies as they are more commonly known, honour the worst in movies. They hand out accolades for what they deem to be the lowlights of the Hollywood year. Most recently, a brand new special category was added for Mr. Willis. Its name? Worst Performance by Bruce Willis in a 2021 movie. The 66-year-old actor is up against himself 8 times, with some of the movies listed being American Siege, Deadlock, and Cosmic Sin. Over the years, the Razzie Awards, for the most part, were taken as some light-hearted fun when it came to awards season, but some are now looking at Bruce's category with raised eyebrows. And all because of information that had come out recently, and that was news that the Sixth Sense actor is in the early stages of dementia. The rumours that the actor was battling memory loss were first reported by gossip magazine OK in January 2021, all because news had come out that the Pulp Fiction actor was kicked out of an LA chemist for not wearing a mask during the COVID-19 pandemic. despite the fact that he later apologised on his actions, saying in a statement that it was just an error of judgment. The truth had started to come out after some time. An insider spoke of the magazine and revealed that in reality, Bruce had simply forgotten to bring the bandana hanging around his neck up to his face. Speaking of the publication, they had said, those close to Bruce have been helping him out and trying to maintain the secret. At the time, the insider claimed that while the actor was not formally diagnosed with early onset dementia, it was something that he was waging a personal war with for years. The report also added that he was trying to spend more time with his wife, Emma Hemming Willis, and their young daughters Mabel and Evelyn, as well as making amends with ex-wife Demi Moore and their adult children. They revealed that between the two families, they had always ensured Bruce had the support and care that he might need at any given time. If you want to know more about the actor's family, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Though for now, stay with us until the end to find out the most recent news with regards to Willis. Though as we said, many took that with a pinch of salt, until someone that worked with the actor openly talked about it. When a popular YouTube channel, Half in the Bag, discussed the phenomenon of Bruce acting in bad movies, they also talked about the industry rumours that he was fed lines through an earpiece. This is where Matt Eskandari, who directed several recent films starring Willis, had come into the comment section to set the record straight. When one user commented that he read somewhere about the star having dementia, the director responded, "Yes, this is true, my guy. I directed 4 movies with him, so I know firsthand. It's a sad situation seeing a legend like Bruce deteriorating right in front of our eyes. I saw it while working with him the last few years." When another user had commented on the video stating that Willis had fallen from grace after working with directors such as Quentin Tarantino and Wes Anderson, Eskandari bluntly replied to it by simply writing that the actor has dementia. And so, Matt's words had confirmed what had been speculation for a while. As a result, it is worth looking at the Golden Raspberry Awards again. While for the most part, throughout the years, they had been a fun joke, pointing out what many claimed were the worst jobs in Hollywood that year, the question is, should Willis still have his own category in this year's show? Given that his performance is affected by the illness, as in the OK magazine, the insider also revealed that while filming Glass, staffers worked around him by cutting and editing and having him overdub lines because he struggled to remember and or deliver them. They also added that in most scenes on Glass, he's hooded and they used stand-in and body doubles to replace him, as well as the fact that he was always chaperoned by an assistant to guide him while walking. Here it is also worth noting that the awards aren't necessarily chosen or voted for by the movie industry's top critics, but by the members of the Golden Raspberry Foundation, who pay a fee ranging from $40 for 2 people to $500 for a lifetime membership, meaning that anybody can be involved in a voting process. According to an IndieWire report on the Razzies, there is also no requirement for the people voting to have actually seen the production, which in turn could mean that they are simply voting for the industry professionals that they don't like. Given that Eskandari had confirmed Bruce's condition, it can be assumed that what this insider said was closer to the truth than many had thought initially. Therefore, his dementia has in a way affected his work. So should people really laugh and point out his performance as a joke under these circumstances? As of the making of this video, there have been no official confirmation from the people behind the Razzies with regards to removing Willis's category, nor has the actor himself confirmed his condition. Though since the winners of the award are to be revealed on March 26th, do you think that there is a chance that this category could be taken out? But just how could this affect his career? Will the Pulp Fiction actor step away from cinema? Some had suggested that the reason Bruce had been taking so many B movies, which as we said take quicker to make, was that so he can make as much money and productions while he still has the ability to work, suggesting that he might plan to retire soon. Though in the OK magazine report, the insider said that there are no plans to do so. The source went on to say that there is no real concern of it impacting his ability to work in Hollywood, as the actor will not let it slow him down, and because of new technology like the aforementioned earpieces that would allow him to continue working without having to memorize his lines. Though of course, there is worth noting 2 things. The insider spoke of the magazine in January 2021, so over a year has passed since then and the making of this video. And this leads us to number 2. A lot could have changed since then, and more can still change when it comes to the actor's ability to continue to work. That, however, remains unknown, as according to experts, for some people, dementia progresses rapidly, while it takes years to reach an advanced stage for others. Though what is known is that as the illness will progress, Willis's condition will worsen and he will need more help with basic tasks, which would render his work as an actor difficult. So curious, what are your thoughts on Bruce's career? Did you know that he was suffering from dementia? What do you think is the real reason for him acting in so many B-movies? Should the Golden Raspberry Awards remove his special category? And have you seen any of his most recent productions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.